Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. This week, my sons and I are going to take a road trip, and one other guy, Ricardo. He's kind of an adopted son. Anyway, we're going to take a road trip. We're going to go to C10 Nationals here in Texas. It's about a 3-hour trip one way, and the plan is to take Wyatt's long bed race truck that's been sitting for 17 years until we got it, and Maverick's LS swap dually, and road trip over there to the Texas Motor Speedway and check everything out. Unfortunately, that's the transmission that should be inside Maverick's truck. And since we, mostly Maverick, didn't get it done, he's going to have to substitute another 1-ton dually that gets half the fuel mileage, but it's still kind of cool. Cooler than, you know, a boring old Buick with air conditioning and 22 miles a gallon versus 8. But anyway, come along with us as we take a quick weekend trip, check out all these cool trucks. We'll show you 2 days worth of cool stuff in less than an hour. Here we go. Down in this hot weather. That's for the animals.
I'm kind of glad we didn't bring my yellow dually down.
Yuck.
Woo!
Next year we'll wait an extra weekend and then go to LSX or LS Fest.
What about swim trunks for that one?
Yeah. I'll drive the Buick. Boom! Gas? Why it needs gas?
The sad part is I've got a 35-gallon tank, and I can only go like 50 more miles.
Where you going? Well, how's it doing?
A little hot. Me, not the truck.
No. Figured as much. Are you sweaty?
It was 17, hell yeah, bro. It was $2.98 at Berkshire's. I didn't need to fill up. I filled up early because I'm on top of it.
How's Ricardo doing?
Tired and hungry.
Yeah?
And hot.
Is it hot in there?
What is your shirt?
I mean, that one's blue and that one's blue. They're basically the same truck.
Well, it blends, see?
Yeah.
Blue, kind of blue.
You're going to have to remember you parked on the right,
What do you mean?
so you don't get the wrong truck when you come out.
Yeah. I think that guy needs to make sure he doesn't have the wrong truck. Go look at that and be like, ooh. I need to take my wallet out of my pocket before I start driving again.
Why?
I have a rash on my ass. You're recording, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, now they know if they're going to go on a long drive with no AC, don't have a wallet in your back pocket.
What'd you do?
just got some In-N-Out burger. The big question is, what's better, Whataburger or In-N-Out? I say Whataburger by a landslide.
Yeah.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger.
Oh, Missy, I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
She's not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
she's
Mom.
not gonna watch. Look at all them chicken lights.
Watch out. Hey.
We're not going to the emergency room.
That's the gas station.
Yep. Oh wow, look at that interior. That's cool.
Jesus. I don't think I even.
That's so much work.
I couldn't even see it.
What?
Bro. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, shit.
I bet that's a good time. Stark Fab Works.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave!
What?
Some of these wheels cost as much as the truck. I was worried that your trucks wouldn't be nice enough for this, but I think you'd be somewhere in the middle. .706.
And 760 something, I think, on torque.
And 760 something torque.
200,000 mile motor out of a junkyard. The cam and headers.
It's just basic bolt-ons.
Honestly, it probably is.
It's just
And a cold air intake that I made out of
it's
PVC
just a it's a 350 with some camel hump heads, poly 750, 3/4 race cam. This truck looks better underneath than yours does on top. Bryan, Ohio. And you know that was rusty when they started.
Sounds really good. I had a guy trying to sell me a single cab short bed at Sefco the other day.
Yeah?
And I'm like, well, does it run? No, it doesn't run. It doesn't drive. And I'm like, well, does it have a clean title? He goes, yeah, clean title. How much you want for it? 65 the way it sits. And I'm like, so I assume the body's pretty straight for 65. He's like, no, it looks about like yours.
Nice seat. What color is it? Red. OBS things.
Dakota different.
I like the way they did that PCM mount. I mean, that's
Clean.
yeah. They really. Where are the wires?
They're all back here.
Man, they did a nice job tucking them. Because they ran them. They ran them out the back and across. Yeah. Nicely done. Two-wheel drive Blazer. Missy, how could you not want one of those? talking?
Yeah.
Okay. The horsepower and torque don't make
We're about
sense.
to go park it if you want to go look at the engine.
Yeah.
That thing is sitting back in your seat, man.
A little over 300 horse. What was it?
538.
Over 500 foot-pounds of torque. Big block things. Look at that Silverado. How many doll hairs?
All of them.
Says right here, you can't, it's hard to see, but it says if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Fine print. Got it. I'm pushing it boulder.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. She's a work truck. It's just like yours, Maverick, only nice.
And it probably has a transmission in it. It's not taking up that shop.
That's true. It's not plugging up my shop. Is that one of the wipe-on clear coats, or is it?
No, it's turtle wax ceramic coat.
Okay.
Lots of it.
And lots of it, yeah. A lot of hours in making it look that way.
Well, like I said, usually I would go over it every time I go to a show or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's got some coats
Some
on
rounds on it.
it. Yes, sir.
It looks good.
Thank you very much.
You bet. See, I just need one more plate to put a ball in there. Rock and roll.
It's still probably about the right height right there.
Yeah. And it's probably plenty strong.
Oh, I bet it is. Right, see?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Work truck. You get that every time, don't you? Every single time. I love it.
Especially when they see the outside.
Yep, I dig it.
Or especially when they walk up from behind.
Right?
And then they see the interior. Then
Okay.
they see the motor.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's just as nice as under the hood. That is very cool. Nicely done.
I really want to go to LS Fest too, but
Yeah.
And it's an old Texas truck
Is it?
from the Killeen School District.
Oh, really? That's neat. So what's the engine?
LS3 with a Texas speed cam in it.
So it'll get right along.
Yeah.
Nice. So everything's so clean and smooth.
Yeah, I didn't do it, but I bought it this way a year and a half
Okay.
ago. Fab Shop in Champaign, Illinois did all the work for the guy I bought it from.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I saw the truck on Facebook for sale. And I go, oh shit, look at that patina. I don't want shiny anymore.
Yeah.
And then I see the pictures and I go, oh shit.
Yeah.
To the wife, we got to go to Illinois.
did you drive it back or did you haul it?
We hauled it in the middle of February after they had a 12-inch snowstorm.
Yeah.
That's probably wise.
I don't think this would be too hot in the snow.
No.
It's probably kind of unruly on the street.
Oh, it's real good. It's got a 355 rear end. They said that
Oh, nice.
they tried 411,
Good.
373, and they still couldn't control it. They
Yeah.
didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah.
Left, right, or straight ahead.
That's so cool.
And it's got a roadster shop front end and rear end suspension.
So it handles good too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wife and I drove down from Minnesota yesterday.
Oh wow, really?
900 miles yesterday.
Very nice. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Windows up the whole time too.
Yeah, they could roll the windows up, unlike us.
Oh, we did.
We did.
My brother didn't.
My son didn't. This is the kind of stuff I love. Not that this is really half A at all, but the outside's the right look.
Yeah.
And we're working on getting the rest of it, a little bit at a time.
We've got one on the way to this.
Yeah, he's got a single cab square body dually that we've LS swapped, but it's like 4 different colors, and he's talking about now adding a turbo and leaving the outside
Leaving
like
it,
it is.
yeah.
I'm so confused. These seats should be blue or red.
Here goes over those cup cars. Smoke
them if you got them. Ran off the Sunoco donuts and drifted. Inside the north end of the track, TM.
See his body roll?
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty much the same.
No, it wouldn't.
And he's off. Holy moly. You gotta love that limo in the background. Here at the C10 Nationals, America's truck event. Got it, red or black? Please stay turbo.
Ain't got enough track for that.
I don't know what turbo is. Pedal to get some traction. And he leaves.
He's a clear diff cover.
Huh!
See the fluid.
That way you know when you're making chocolate milk.
Dude, that's amazing. That's cool.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is that big block truck.
I don't know either.
Isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go. I'm guessing it's a 74 too, but I have no idea.
Yeah, this is a big block truck.
79.
He won't have trouble getting them rolling. You got a camera mounted on the roof backwards.
Those are brand spanking new tires in the back. You put the smaller ones on there.
Yeah. That's the one that was 300 horse and 500 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah.
This on? Tony and Kelly out here, 1970 sign 454 with the turbo 400. What's going on? You got to check something? Everything okay? Oh, geez. Ladies and gentlemen, the C10 Nationals. Tony and Kelly. It's a special moment. Before the burnout contest, you know it's going to last forever. You know it's going to last forever. Congratulations.
Wow, that's so romantic.
Be sure to hashtag C10 Nationals and like and subscribe.
Just think, you know, when you come up to watch something and you're the last one there, maybe you shouldn't just stand at the fence and block everybody else's view. Maybe. Maybe just think about that the next time.
Common courtesy.
A little. It's a water pump.
Oh, he's not to.
It's a sneaky snail. I bet this runs.
I'd say it did.
I'll bet that has a shortage of traction everywhere it goes. Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Oh, that's isn't that an aftermarket thing?
This is so cool. It's something a lot of people don't even know exists. Made by upfitters back in the day. Very limited production. Extended cab square body. Sorry. Kicking rocks at you. Very.
I've actually never seen one of these in person. Only on the internet.
I've seen one in person before. This is only my second ever.
Got a tough one.
There was one on Marketplace not too long ago, remember? That was...
right, think about that question and have a better answer next time. Okay, what's your answer? What was your favorite part?
All of the regular cab dualies, of course, because they are hot and I love them.
Because they're what?
They're hot and I love them. Sorry you couldn't hear me past the trailer park over there.
Hey, hey, I think your child support is late. The Buseys.
Call the police, because this is chaos.
One of these idiots is going to blow their junk up and we're going to end up walking home. All right, your first C10 Nationals is all done.
Yep.
We,
Don't leave that back there.
we ate some dinner. Don't worry about that. That's where you put the trash.
Just my opinion.
What was your favorite part? What did you like the least? Plans for next year?
Favorite part, autocross. Least favorite, people standing in front of you when you made sure to get there 40 minutes early for anything. And next year, we're bringing my truck.
Yeah!
Entering it.
Gonna get down on the autocross? Huh?
Get shut down on the autocross.
Maybe, yeah. What about Richard?
I think my favorite part was the autocross as well.
Okay.
And next year's plans, if I'm able to, I'll bring my 67.
All right. So Wyatt's truck, Richard's truck. Maverick, you think you can put your transmission back in before next year?
I don't know. We'll find out.
It ain't going to be inside my shop that long, I'll tell you that much. And there's no reason, I'm saying it right now, there's no reason why my 57 should not be roadworthy enough to come and do this. So
We're not LS swapping it, so it should take less than 3 years.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
it depends on how much other junk gets left in my way.
Yeah.
Got any three-wheelers, Wyatt?
No. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Idiot.
I think it's time to get back on the road. Well, the trip's over, and I'm happy to report that both Wyatt's long bed race truck came from a field after 17 years, and Maverick's 98 one-ton dually with 160,000 miles or something. Both made it there and back, 3 hours each way, no mechanical issues. I think everybody had a good time, and we will definitely be going back next year. I asked all the boys and kind of didn't go over my highs and lows for the show. My favorite part was probably that patina GMC with the just beautiful underhood, beautiful interior, and just looks like you just pulled it out of the field on the outside. That was so cool. The guy that owned it was really cool. I enjoyed talking to him. The fact that he drove it, I think he said 800 or 900 miles. Awesome, just perfect. That's what I have in mind for my 57. I want it to look good under the hood and the chassis and the interior, but on the outside I want it to look just the way it did when we pulled it out of the field that day. Also got to meet some cool folks from Sweet Patina and Journey HQ. Journey HQ is another YouTube channel here in Texas, and those guys have built a really awesome long bed twin turbo LS swap square body. I love that they did it with a long bed. I thought I took video of it, but when I got home I didn't have any of that video, so we'll have to get together with them again in the future. If you haven't checked them out, go take a look. They're doing some cool stuff, a lot of truck stuff. I'm not a big souvenir guy, but I love the message that this banner from Sweet Patina sends, because I think every one of us that's doing this car stuff should do what we want with our car and not worry about what everybody else thinks. If you like it, that's what's most important. Whether anybody else likes it or not, it doesn't really matter as long as it makes you happy. So we're going to get back to work now, and you know, as always, I feel like I'm 10 days behind on everything we're doing, but we had a good time. We took a little break. Now we're going to get back to working all the projects around the shop here. And until next time, remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Get that old truck out of the field, get it running, and don't be afraid to drive it 3 hours one way to go see more cool old trucks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.